Alright, so in this video is kind of it's kind of sad I have to make this video, to be honest, with how Legends Festival is already starting to begin here. But this video, as you can see by the title, it is showing Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta tag unit, then it's showing the Beast Gohan banner. So what the video is clearly indicative of is which banner should you summon on? And this is a real question. This isn't like some, okay, clearly I should summon on the tag force because this and this and this. Let me just walk you through what might actually happen. And I'm going to give you best possible case scenario for this tag force banner and probably vouch that the opposite banner is more worth summoning on. So just before we get into that, let's look at the banner. The current banner that's out, the Beast Gohan one, the one that's in the thumbnail. What does it have? Now, right now, it is at 600 Z power. This banner has 11 days left. You can get tickets. You can get some nice stuff there. That's great. Awesome. And you have the exchange shop still. Now, the tag fours will most likely, if they're not, this is not even a question. Actually, the Beast Gohan banner is just straight up yes. But most likely, tag fours will have a 1200 Z power, and then it'll run out after 2 weeks, and then blah, blah, blah. But the Beast Gohan banner, let's just look at the value as it is as a 600 Z power banner. So half the Z power, but the unit value. Then we will compare the unit value of the tag fours and then everything around that, right? So we already know the kits that are good enough, and more information on the kits than we need to know to really have an understanding of how good these units are, whether it be this banner unit or the last banner, or the new banner that's coming out rather, right? So, Beast Gohan, #1 unit in the game. I do not think the tag fours are better. Looking at them on paper, everything they do, they definitely are very good. They do have a little bit of drawbacks, with one thing of losing cover null when second to, well, when there's 2 enemies or 1 enemy remaining. Obviously 1 enemy doesn't matter, but when there's 2 enemies remaining, not having cover null, that can be a problem. It's not a big problem, but it's a problem, right? Beast Gohan has no flaw. This character cannot be flawed in any sense of the word. There have been mono green teams trying to run around for weeks and months, and it still can't do anything. There's been anti-hybrid units once right here that run around and still can't do anything. Beast Gohan has too much flawlessness of equipment, of teams, of synergy, everything you can ask. He is still #1 right now. Now, maybe the tag force fully drop and you look at like a 14-star tag force and like 14-star Beast Gohan, maybe that changes. But right now, from what we know of Beast Gohan in play and tag force on paper, it seems that Beast Gohan is better. Then we keep going through the banner. So we have #1 unit still being #1 unit. Going through the banner, Sword of Hope, fodder. I will say both banners will have fodderized units that just aren't worth, going for. You're going to get them. Great. Awesome. Sucks. But they're not worth going for, so Trunks. He's in that category. Fodder. Cell. I wouldn't say Cell is in a bad spot. I would say Cell is in a spot to be replaced eventually. Maybe not, now, but in a couple months. But for now, Cell is a very good individual unit. You do have the new 17 that is coming out, who is a very good purple unit as well. Honestly, you could probably run like a PPR Droid Cell, LF Droid, well, Droid Cell and then new 17 set up and have that kind of work out, because all the yellows aren't really like, they're not that strong in damage because you're running into Puddle. USV relies on debuffs, and if you're immune to debuffs and you have to tag Droids out, maybe you could do something. So Cell, he's not in the greatest spot, I will say that, but he's not in the worst spot. He's like a top 15, 20-ish idea unit. So not bad, not amazing, but not bad, right? So you have one #1, one fodder, one okay. Rev Gohan, he definitely is a little bit overrated at this point by everybody, including myself. But this unit at least is top 15, right? He's teetering on the edge of, maybe making a top 10, maybe just leaving top 10. But he's teetering on that standstill. With that, he's also on the best team with the Beast Gohan. You run Pan instead of Puddle. I guess you run Pan instead of Puddle, then you run Revhan instead of Puddle as well. You can do subs like that. It's inferior to the best setup, I will admit, but it is subs you can do if you don't have a high-star Puddle, you have like a no-star Pan or a low-star Beast. You just kind of have this guy as a safety precaution. So, like Cell, he's in a very good realm to where he is still very good value, just like Cell. So you have #1 value, fodder, very good value, okay value in Cell, then pretty good value in Rev Gohan. So not too bad so far looking at these LFs. And all you're really caring about is the LFs because the featured 1% and everything else will just be random bullshit, right? Then we have another Puddle, not transforming, LF Future Gohan. This guy, I argue right now, prior to Tag Force, he is top 3. maybe when Tag Force drop, he goes to maybe 4 or 5, and he stays top 5. But this is the third unit you're running. You're running Puddle and Beast, right? That's your setup. Well, he's there. He's not getting countered by anything. Nothing's stopping him with this new unit coming out. So he doesn't lose or gain value. He just kind of stays there, maybe drops one because, okay, they came out. They're better. Great. But he doesn't lose value. So this is an incredible value unit. So already going through this, this banner's value is pretty damn good. How do you match this? Now, I will say, again, there will be fodder units. Goten, fodder, FSK, fodder. No need to touch on them. Then we keep going. Piccolo. I think Piccolo's like a 15-20-ish realm, right? I don't think Piccolo's better than 17. I think 17 is actually like a top 7 type of unit that's going to come out. And then Pan is number 2. If Pan drops to barely top 5, it's still top 5. The thing with Pan in comparison to everything else is 17 is like, he's support type, right? But he's not doing everything Pan does. He's not lowering the key by a bajillion. He's not giving the most crazy, insane annoyances with the key reduction and the main ceiling and everything like that. Not the arts power debuff as strong as Pan does. So individually, support's a support. Pan's just a better unit. Pan is still retaining a top 2 position right now, pre the Tag Force dropping. So just going over the banner again, just the featured units that matter, right? That's all that matters, I would say. Number 1 unit, fodder unit. Okay, so we have 1 reason to summon. I would say this is like a half reason, Mr. Cell, so like 1.5 reasons to summon, right? That's what you got so far. Cell could summon for him. If you get him, you're not sad, you're happy about him, right? You're not the worst off. You're definitely wanting him over Sword of Hope. Revhan, I would say this is another half option, so there's 2 reasons why this banner is good. Puddle is 3, straight up, he is worth it. Like, this guy is very good. Goten, nothing. FSK, nothing. Piccolo, you're not upset, he's a 3.5. And then Pan, I would say, would make this a 4 on, maybe even a 4.5 to a 5 out of everything on how much value this banner has. So let's say a 5. Okay, well, a 5 out of all the units that actually do matter. That's pretty good. Now, we will go over and we will presume we know the Tag Force banner. And this is me being very overambitious, very kind. Like, it is absurd how kind I'm being with my presumption of what the banner will be. And if it's something even less than this, the value goes down. It goes down a billion. So please understand this. Forku, I think he's on the banner. He just Zenkai'd. They want him to be used. They dropped a green unit. This is a yellow unit. They go together color-wise. This unit, good value. This unit is probably a... I don't know. What position would this guy be in? Maybe he's in, like, barely top 5 right now after the Tag Force drop. Very nice. So, good. That's 1 reason to summon. All right. Remember, Beast Gohan banner had 5. This has 1. Now, we keep going. What would the banner be? I'm looking at it being a Tag Goku and Vegeta unit. Okay, so let me go through. I'm going to make this a lot simpler on myself, actually. I'm going to go through. I'm going to look at the GV banner, because it's Goku and Vegeta, but from Super, and see what they correlated with, right? It's going to be an easier baseline for myself here, and for you guys to really understand what's worth it and what's coming, and should you actually do this. Now, let me see these LFs. I'm looking at the GV banner, and I see this shit is bugged. Apologize for this background noise. I'm in a hotel. But, looking through, I can't find the LFs. Hello? What the fuck? What's happening? The LFs? Hello? Is there no LFs on the banner? What the fuck? Can I? Hello? What the fuck's going on? Where's the LFs? Bro, I'm so lost. Okay, I see Gogeta Blue. Great. I see LF Broly. Great. Not good options. Why can't I see the LFs on this banner? Okay, well, this is kind of shocking. I couldn't find this very quickly. I see the 1%, but I don't see the LFs. There they are. Okay. So it was... wow, these options suck. Wow, I'm going to be very nice to this Tag Force banner then. It was LF Broly, Full Power Frieza, Majin Vegeta, Gogeta Blue, Super Vegito, and LF Beerus. There was quite literally 1 unit? Was Full Power Frieza still valuable then? MV hadn't had a Zenkai yet. There was 1 unit of value from the GV banner, and it was Full Power Frieza. That's it. There was 1 unit of value. So I'm going to be very kind to this banner of the Tag Force. Reminder of that. I gave them 4Ku. That's essentially the full power Frieza, if not better. But that's essentially full power Frieza of the banner. Okay. I'm going to be realistic as well. So, 4Ku goes on the banner. Worth summoning. Tag Force, individually, worth summoning. 17, individually, I would say he is the same realm-ish of, not Puddle, but higher than Revhan, so like a 2.5. Let's say a 2.5 right now. So you have 2.5, right? 2.5 on the value. Would G4 not make sense to return? His sleeves are coming out. Like, bro's probably returning. This is no value. He has no value. I don't care if he's going to Zenkai. He's not now. So this guy, no value. Still at a 2.5. Reminder of that. 2.5, 5. Superhero, GT. Well, 5. And then we keep going. Again, tag Goku and Vegeta. So you would think some oldies come into the banner. Maybe you. Maybe you're worth because bench. Maybe I can cope because you're not usable at all. You're worth for bench. So you know what? I'll pity it. I'll really force this down. 3, because I have a good bench option. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing more. And then continuing on. Who would return? Well, if the GV banner returned GB, who was the year prior, GV returning would make sense. This is not 4. This is not a reason to summon. GV is not good right now. They do not have a plat. They need a plat. Not good. So again, you're at 3. You're at 5. Superhero, GT. And again, continuing who would return on this banner, there's not many GT characters that could return, as I already pointed out the ones that could. So we have to look at Vegeta clan characters. I would say makes probable sense that Majin Vegeta wouldn't return 2 years in a row because he came on this banner of GV and coming on Tag Force wouldn't really make much sense. So I would think 8 Vegeta. Again, no value. You're still at 3. You're still at 5. And then, if we were to point out 1 more unit to return on the banners, because we pointed out 1, we pointed out 2, we pointed out 3, point out 4. We point out 1 more unit, which LF banners have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 LFs, but I'm not going to point out all the shittier ones. I mean, I might, I guess. But one that could be more valuable. Bardock has not returned in 10 months on a real banner with new units. Could he return? I would say he is the epitome of, like, barely a 0.5. So let's say 3.5. The other units, who would they be? Who? It'd be old units, right? I didn't point out many old units. Let's say it's old units. Who would return? Maybe Super Saiyan Blue Green Vegeta? Okay, sure. Not valuable, but sure, why not? And then 1 more unit who could return here would be, it would be the last unit actually on the banner. Omen didn't return, and he was on the sleeves. I would say Omen. So you're still at 3.5. Now, how the GT banner gets bumped a little bit over the superhero, and I would say this is a good bump. This is at a 5, again, superhero banner. This is at a 3, right? 3.5, right? How it goes up to a 4, and even a 4.5 is a double Z power. Is that worth it? Because you think of it like this. Hear me out. Your chances to pull something new and good and useful is more worth on the superhero banner. So you got Piccolo, Beast, and all the other units. Oh, Pan and Beast and all those other units, right? The unit individuality value is better on the Beast banner. The Z power is the only thing that could prompt you to want to summon on the Tag Force banner. Now, I know this video is going to go over people's heads and they're going to be like, oh, I don't give a fuck, I'm summoning anyways. Great. Awesome. I'm saying this from a perspective of you want to not waste CC, and you actually want to be able to play the game and have a long-lasting effect with playing the game. As someone that summons on every banner, I think seeing the banner value differential makes sense. I understand the Beast Gohan banner is 600 Z power, and this new banner will be 1200, but the individual unit value for Beast Gohan, for Pan, for Revhan, for Piccolo, for Future Gohan beats out the LF's value, which are harder to pull, by the way, from the 3 featured units of Superhero Banner to the 2 featured of the Tag 4's banner is harder to pull the LFs. But yet, there's so many LFs that are so good on the superhero banner compared to what we pointed out here. Who could be okay? Bardock could be okay. Forku is good. He's really good. That's it. That's it. So you're fishing for Tag 4s, Forku, or Bardock. And yet you're fishing for Forku or Bardock. You're fishing for a yellow when Pan's still going to run around? You're just going to run the Tag 4s with Pan. It's that simplistic, right? I would say, personally, right now, if you do not have Beast Gohan like this, built out 14 stars, the Beast Gohan banner currently, as I could presume the best value banner for this Tag 4s, is better. The Beast banner is better. I understand the Z power differential. I understand you might not want that. But if you are going to say, I need to fucking summon tonight, the Beast banner has more value individually on units, individually on every spectrum of team building, equipment, of synergy, everything. Everything. The Beast banner is better. Because you have Pan, she was free. You have Beast if you pull him. You have Puddle. You have Revhon. You have Cell who can help you out with the Tag 4s. I mean, right? They start off as green. Cell, boom, Oko him. Obviously, not likely, but possible. There's nobody that would be on the Tag 4s banner, from my presumption, from last year, from looking at the banner currently, that's out with the Beast banner, that would make you stop Beast, stop Pan, stop this. There's nothing that could be there at all that would synergize with the Tag 4s or synergize with other units that would help you beat these other units out. To beat the top tier units out, you need to be top tier. Bardock, Forku, they might be good, they might be great, but they ain't top tier. They're not Tag 4 level, they're not Beast Gohan level, they're not Pan level, right? If you don't have that, and you don't have units featured on your banner like that, why would I think, okay, yeah, you're more worth summoning for? They're not. Beast Gohan, right now, as we could state, is more worth summoning. And let's say, hypothetical sake, MUI returns. He is still not making this banner more worth summoning. He'd be the only one to return as an anniversary unit, because he's the first one that came out. He would be the first one to return as an anniversary unit. Still, no more value. There is nothing, I think, that could return as a returning unit that give this banner more value than the Beast Gohan banner. I don't think so. I think the only reasoning is because of the Z power. I'm looking here. Who could return that makes sense with this, that correlates with this? Bardock was honestly gracious of me. Like, it's gracious that I even said, yeah, Bardock could return. Tag droids? No. Tag droids aren't good enough. Where the fuck are they going? Who are they going with? They're going home. What are they doing? Defist won't return. He's not even worth it. But if he did, he's not fucking worth it. Revhon won't return. He's on a current banner. Puddle won't return. He's on a current banner. See what I mean? Everyone that's good value, that's like actually worth summoning for, as like, okay, oh, I pulled this LF. Well, it's not that bad. Type of vibe is already on Beast Gohan's banner. There's very few exceptions that aren't. Forku not being there, that's an exception. Bardock not being there, and I already mentioned them on the Tag 4 banner. And yet the Beast banner is still more value because the individual units that are already featured as non-LFs or just LFs are better. It's kind of just shocking to me that it's this easy, but yeah. Yeah. Currently the Beast Gohan banner, I would say you should summon on. I really don't like that. I don't think that's good. I think that's terrible balancing. But it feels like that's just the better banner. I just went over the units individually. Individually, units are good. Team-wise, the units are better. Equip-wise, units are better. What could I cope about that's like, oh yeah, summon for Tag 4s instead? There's nothing to fucking... What could I bullshit? They're not going to be better than Beast. They'll be equal. Maybe a little bit better. Maybe a little bit worse. But they're not going to fucking jump leaps and bounds. What team are they going to jump leaps and bounds on? The team with the Beast? How are they going to drop leaps and bounds? If they're on the same fucking team, they're on the same fucking level then. I don't think they are. But if they are, then they are. It doesn't make them more valuable though, because they're on the same level. The banner might increase value because Tag 4s might be better. But that's just for one unit. A banner is a whole fucking bunch of units. This is so fucking weird that Legends did this, dude. This is like 3rd anniversary. But it's like backwards 3rd anniversary. 3rd anniversary, first banners, G4 and CMZ. Complete fucking dog shit. Only CMZ was really good enough to run and stuff you run into. And it was a high star CMZ, to be real. Like, I mean, not that high, like 6 or 7 stars. That was the unit you were scared to run into, right? There was nobody else. G4, air on release, all that bullshit, right? And this is like reverse of that. It's like the banner prior with Beaston is more valuable than the banner after of the tag 4s with 3rd anniversary. It was the banner after with Revhan was more valuable than the banner before with CMZ and G4s. They did a fucking loop-de-loop on us. They fucking twirled us up. I mean, this is a lot less scummy, technically, if you're speaking in a fashion of, hey, what do I want for the best shit situation here that I could get? Beast Gohan already being out, you know, 12MC Prep being gone, that sucks, but, like, at least you already have the banner out. You don't have to wait for, like, oh, well, this new banner just fucked me over because now this unit's better than this unit. With, like, part 2 maybe eclipsing part 1, which it probably will. It probably will. Like, pretty much guaranteed. But, like, nonetheless, we're not there yet. We don't have to bitch about that yet. I'm just saying, Beast Gohan banner has more value right now. While 600 Z power, it has more value than the Tag Force banner could have. If I'm wrong, I don't know how I am wrong. I honestly don't. If you change anybody that could be on this banner, and it's a realistic setting, I don't think the banners will be as nice as I just was with saying Forku, Bardock. Namek is not nice, but it's not mean, right? It's not the worst thing in the world. It's at least a fucking bench unit. MUI is gaslighting it to fuck. G4 makes sense as a GT. There's the return GT characters. And then whoever you want, Ape, Omen, these units just make sense because they're Goku or Goku family or Vegeta clan. So it's like, these units make sense. And they're also not on the other banners of the Beast Gohan banner. So like Revhan can't. Puddle can't. See what I mean? Or GV returning. It still doesn't give it more value. There's no LFs that are giving it more value. Cooler returning wouldn't make this banner more valuable. Trunks returning. Jiren returning. None of these guys. If Bison returned the next banner, maybe it would be more valuable. It would. Clearly that won't fucking happen though. Let me know if this helped you guys. This is genuine though. It seems like I'm fucking laughing and joking, but I'm just laughing at how fucking agonizing it is that units that are older are getting better value than units that are newer. Really, it's just so stupid. Let me know if you guys are gonna summon. Oh, my camera dipped. Oh. Let me know if you guys are gonna summon. Good luck on your summons. I'll see you guys in the next one for the breakdowns and the showcases for them all.